Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Huli Ho, a volunteer with the library and also a SIVA member. At the moment, our physical monthly IT talk is put on hold. That's why we convert to the Zoom method of sharing our IT knowledge. Now, whatever I talk today, the notes are in my blog. You can go to the blog and have a look at it. But if you want a copy through your email, you have to join as a follower. The follower is at the bottom right-hand corner. Just click and provide me with your email. And every time I make a new post, you will have a copy in your email. We have a coffee chat. If you are interested, just give me your mobile number through the email below. Now, in every, what should I say? Wait a minute. In every housekeeping, we always ask ourselves three words: why, how, and if. Why is to understand the problem. Understanding removes fear. Why my smart device is not running so slow is one of the examples. There are many of them. How is to learn the skill. We promote lifelong learning in the library. How can I improve the situation? Many ways. Either make friends with us or attend the talk in this Zoom session or in the library when the library allows us to gather in a group. And if is the most important of all, the consequence if I don't do what I'm supposed to do. So loss of data is one example. Loss of memory is also some other example. So all totally is under your control. Proper housekeeping for smart devices. In my first talk, I focused on 5 points. Now I just bring out 1 or 2 important points just as a recap. First important point is your smart device, whether it's a smartphone or a laptop, is not a storage device. You can temporarily store something inside, but please make it a point to transfer it to somewhere more permanent. Actually, I have another talk later on in the year on cloud storage or method of storing memories and things like that. You can follow up our session and you will learn more on that. Next one is memory management. Memory management is anything you capture on your smartphone or store in your laptop. It can be pictures, it can be videos. There are 2 methods you can transfer out if you are using a Windows 10 laptop. This was discussed when we talk about the Windows 10 session. You can download a cleaning app. They call Memory Clean for laptop. I think smartphone also have similar app to do that job. Taking good care of your batteries. I have 4 main points to remind you all. These are important points to prolong the life of your battery. Use original battery charger. Charge only within the range of 20 to 80%. Don't let it go down to 0, then you charge, or don't overcharge it to 100 and things like that. If possible, try not to use quick charge. Some of you may not understand what is called quick charge. Quick charge is more than what the one who designed the battery allow you to do. So most of our smartphone, as a general rule, is charging around 1 amp. You see, this is a battery charger that has two charging outlets. You see carefully, there's 2.1 amp and 1 amp. 2.1 amp is actually meant for bigger device like iPad and tablet. 1 amp is actually meant for smartphone. But some of you are not aware of it and may plug it to the 2.1 amp. It's nothing wrong, it's just that you are doing a quick charge. So quick charge is not so recommended too often. Now, I hope you all know this Murphy's law. Is a very common law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. In anything, mechanical, electrical, anything. So I mentioned the word consequence. So you ask yourself, if you have a washing machine, it goes down, you get the repairman say 1 week then can come and service it. Then within the 1 week, what happened to your clothing? Manual washing. So that is the consequence. Here are just a summary of some of the experiences that I learned from other participants that they seek my help. So you can read through it. These are all in the notes. If you buy a laptop that is operating on Microsoft Windows 10, whenever Microsoft prompts you to update, you have to trust Microsoft. Because in the first place, you already bought the equipment equipped with Microsoft. So why not you trust them? I heard a lot of participants very worried about doing something that they are not aware of. So my advice is, anything Microsoft asks you to do within the laptop is considered safe. That is provided you don't have an imposter trying to pretend to be Microsoft. So that is another skill to learn, how to detect fake news or fake instruction. Now, I will demonstrate all this. So I will go through it quickly. And after that, during Q&A, you can ask more. So the first point is, how do you know your battery is in what condition after you use for 1 year or maybe 2 years? So this is a step for iPhone, for smartphone. Checking the health of battery on iPhone. So 1, 2, 3, there you get the answer. So this is actually my smartphone, my smart iPhone. So I have used it for more than 2 years and it still retains 85% efficiency or capacity. So I have actually lost 50% since the time I bought my new phone. So if we drop down to 50%, then I have to make a decision whether to change the battery or buy a new smartphone. So that's one way to check. Second one is every time we surf the internet, we are keeping some cookies. And those cookies actually occupy or take up some of our memory, the smartphone memory. So it's good that once a daily or once a day, you do this process to clear off all the cookies. They call it caches. The next one is, this is very important. The next one is, if you have an iPhone, you must back up your iPhone using the iCloud. The reason is because for whatever reason, you lose your phone or the phone is damaged, it's no problem. You get a new Apple iPhone, just do back exactly the same as what you did the first time. You will get back everything as if it's your old phone at that moment of time. Most important is all your contacts. All your contacts information, all are intact if you do this process. This one is good to do once a week if you have a lot of changes within a week. If you don't have, maybe once in 2 weeks or once a month. All depends on your lifestyle. So this is a way of doing it. I will demonstrate to you afterwards. Now, the next one is, I call it the screen lock time. The screen lock time means if your smartphone is idle for a certain period of time, it is good to let the smartphone knows about it and switch off your screen. That will conserve power and it can last longer in that way. So normally we set to the lowest. So I think the lowest they allow is, I think, 1 minute. So set it for 1 minute. But for whatever reason, you need longer time, you can set to 2 minutes. But don't forget, every time your phone is idle, your screen will turn on for 2 minutes before it switch off. So that is the consequence. And your battery may drain faster. Okay, now I turn to my smartphone and show you all these steps. Okay, now I'm on my smartphone. I will do the first one, how to check the battery. So to check the battery, first you notice, you see the setting down here for smartphone, you touch the setting. Then you go to the battery. Are there? Battery, okay. Go to battery. And you go to the battery health. There you see battery health. There it show you. So I just recently charged my battery, so it gives me 95%. So if I plug out, I'm now actually still on charging. So if I plug out now, it will start to drain off. So that is the first one. Now the second one, how to clear the cookies. So I go back to beginning again. Same thing. I touch, you see for my iPhone 8, I have the home button. So all I need to do is to press the home button 2 times. And you notice all the cookies pages all start to come out. So all I need to do is use my finger, push page by page upwards. So that means I have a lot of web pages that I have gone through maybe half an hour ago. So I've cleared all the cookies, so that will improve my phone memory to whatever status it is. And it will allow me to do something that demand more memory. Because if not, sometimes you do an app that demand memory, it will not start. The next one is iCloud. So to do iCloud, the same thing, you touch the setting. Then after that, you touch, I think, the name, okay? Touch the name. Then after that, you touch there, you see iCloud. I hope you can see, yeah? I can see iCloud. Then after touching iCloud, you see the word iCloud backup. Okay, iCloud backup here, then iCloud backup here. Okay, so I touch iCloud backup. Then they ask you backup now. I'm not going to do it, but once I press, then they will see at this moment of time, what are the important data that is on my smartphone. They will send to my account of Apple iCloud. They will send to it. It's not stored in my smartphone. It's stored in Apple computer. I don't know where is it. It can be in Singapore. It can be in US. So they will store my information. Because I think Apple provide 5G free if you set up the Apple account. If you have Android phone, you get the Google Cloud. I think Google Cloud gives 15G. So you can similarly do the same thing. So the last one is screen lock. So I go back to beginning again. I touch the setting, then wait. Okay, after I touch the setting, the next thing I touch is the display. You see the word display and brightness? Display, okay? I touch display. Display and brightness. You see display and brightness has a brightness control here. So my advice is this brightness control, try to set it just enough for you to view the text on your screen. Because the brighter it is, the more battery power it requires to light up the screen. So this is another way of preserving the battery power in your smartphone, because you may be out for a whole day or maybe 3/4 of a day. So you try to preserve as much as possible. Okay, so from there, and you notice the auto lock. I press the auto lock. Auto lock. Then you see they got even 30 seconds. I thought 1 minute is the lowest. So you set within 30 seconds and 1 minute. Never use the word never, because like that, even you put your phone at home not doing it, the screen is still on. So first of all, it shortened the life of your screen. Secondly, it drains up the power faster than normal. So these are some of the important tips for iPhone. I don't have an Android phone, but if any one of you want to know more about an Android phone, you can join my coffee chat. I have friends who are in my group that are very expert in Android phone, and they normally support me in helping me on the other half of the story.